Well, hello there, fellow heroes, and welcome to the arena. Actually, it's the first time I'm trying to do some English commentary. Hopefully it wouldn't be too horrible. Hi, Loki. I hope I pronounced it right. So, anyway, we're gonna play some RTA games, and I'll try to explain stuff as we go, as well as give some advice for new players. Actually, there are a lot of stuff worth explaining. I don't think I'll be able to cover all of it, but feel free to ask anything. And I also could use some practice before the tournament. There was a pretty big update not so long ago. I haven't tested all of the new things just yet. I will probably tell a lot of Phobia stuff along the way, but I hope you'll find some useful information as well. So, let's get started. My comrade name is in Russian, I can't actually see it, but it's Space Cowboy. Good luck, have fun! We begin with double pick mode. I'll explain it along the way, it's the most popular pick mode. Now that I think of it, our title image kinda stuck. But that's alright. Hi Mechpanica, hi Mladris. Hi Sviatoslav, I've got some sound issues probably. I'll try to fix it in a moment. I adjusted it a little bit, let me know if it's okay right now. One, two. Anyway, we gotta skip the first turn. The first turn, basically, we always skip, because we need to save the setup, and the whole picking phase happens on the second turn. Anyway, I'm the red player, so I can pick first. So how it gonna go? We will choose our faction to play with for the first two matchups. I pick first, then he will pick someone to oppose it. Then we switch places, and he'll pick one for himself. I pick one for me. We got a pool of 8 factions chosen randomly. A total of 2 factions can appear at the same time. There can be 3, for example. I just go with Academy, I guess. The interesting fact is that Heroes of Might and Magic 5 is a pretty asymmetric game, but in RTA, if you take players of the same or equal skills, you will see that a lot of matchups with different races will turn out to be 50-50 in win rate. Some of the things are balanced with additional money and troop income, but overall There are a lot of work has been put to make things balance, no matter the faction you play. Mages versus the Sylvan is a pretty dangerous one. I'd say it's slightly in favor of the Sylvan, but there are a lot of things the Academy can do. He picked Dungeon for the second pick. I can just try another Academy, that's what I would go for in a tournament. But Heaven is also okay. No, we are planning against Space Cowboy. He's a regular one. A pretty okay player. Used to play with him some time ago. So in the second phase we are presented with a new pool. Another 8 factions. Now we're gonna pick a faction for your opponent. Before we do, we can remove one undesirable one. For example, I'm not too fond of the dungeon, I can just remove it. And my opponent can no longer pick it for me. After he's gonna remove one for himself, then he will pick a faction for me. He gave me the Sylvan. I think the Barbarians are pretty okay. It's one of the most interesting matchups against Sylvan. There are a lot of stuff to consider, and basically it all comes to a matter of preference. It's not that some pairs are too disadvantageous for some of the factions, it comes to preference. Some matchups are just easier. For example, Academy versus Sylvan, I say it's easier to play as Sylvan. Mage has a lot of more stuff to care about. Yeah. If I give him Necropolis, it's very likely he'll give me the Barbarians. The Barbarians are kinda weak against Dark Magic, and the Necromancers are pretty masterful in the dark. I'll just give him the Haven, and I'm okay no matter what he pick for me. I also can check my starting bonus. Right now it's an artifact, an okay sword. Okay, we got 4 matchups. Now we both gonna remove one unfavorable one. I think I will remove this one. Or actually, it's an okay matchup, but it's not the best one for demonstration. Dungeon plays very aggressively no matter the opponent. Yeah, let's go for the lower ones. Right now I'm gonna remove one for myself, and out of 2 remaining ones, the matchup for the game will be chosen randomly. Well, we got Barbarian against Haven. I'd say it's slightly in favor for Haven, just because of the magic. Barbarians only have battle cries. They are fine, but there are a lot of things the humans can do. Right now we are presented with several sets of heroes, 2 for me and 2 for him. We both gonna get 2 heroes to play with, but we can pick which pools those heroes will come from. I can remove either one pool from my side or from his side. We got Klaus. He's a specialist in the knights. Knights give bonus damage with their Justin skill. Basically, the more you move, the more bonus you get from this hero. Isabel is an interesting one. In RTA, Heroes, Zealots and Inquisitors get the channeling ability like the Elves Druids. There are a lot of possibilities with both with dark magic and sometimes with summoning, because Isabel in this map starts with summoning. Alaric is a new hero. He specializes in priests and zealots. Basically, the regular guy like Laszlo, but with priests. Myth is one of the top heroes. The haste is one of the strongest spells in the game. Make it stronger, and obviously you get a pretty nice hero. Godric is an all-around good guy. His Benedict, the special knight skill, is stronger. It gives free morale, more initiative, bonus attack defense. Also, all of his light magic spells cost less mana. Aris is a specialist for birdies. Some familiar ones, Lugal also, archers, Alina peasants, Vittorio like in the original Ballista. Ballista is pretty okay in RTA if you got the right artifacts. Rutger, in this map he has a discount and can train more troops. It's a special skill in the Heaven Castle. He can basically train more troops, either monks or knights, the cavalry guys. Valeria got a new specialty in this map. He can gain she can gain mana from spell power as well as knowledge. I'm not gonna explain all the heroes, I just think I will keep myself the lower set. Those are both good pulls. As the upper one is probably slightly stronger. But right here we have the Garuna and Krag. We got Argat and Garuna. Argat also have an interesting skill in this map. She can summon wolves in the combat, and the amount of those wolves depends on her spell power and knowledge. We also get the starting artifact from our starting hero. Well, let's see our Warcries. Basically, the way spells and Warcries and runes work in RTA, you got the special spell altar. In this case, it's just Warcries. But those are the stuff that we will get prior to the battle. We got Battle Cry and Word of the Chief, which is okay, I guess. Let's see our artifacts. As the necklace got a nerf in the latest patch, it's still pretty good, but not as strong as it once were. It's +1 only to maximum damage, not +1 to both maximum and minimal. Double mana is fine, but it's not the best store that we can get. We also don't have enough knowledge and spell power to justify picking Argat. But in the case you got a nice store with some nice artifacts for knowledge and spell power, those are interesting things you can do with Argat. Wolves are pretty tanky, and they also got blood. In RTA, they got blood rage points as well as other barbarians. Those are our troops. For everything we got like around 140,000 gold. It seems like a lot, but actually it's not. In RTA the economy is really tight, and you have to spend wisely. Let's see what we actually can do. The free experience we're gonna get is level 17, all additional levels will cost gold. If we wanna buy a lot of troops, we don't wanna go for levels like 20 or above. The maximum level in this map is 23, but the later levels are pretty expensive. So I'd say we gotta stick around level 19. I still try to figure out what should I play based on the artifacts and the war cries we have. I definitely gonna buy the necklace and the boots. The sword I already have. I think I will pick Garuna. I got these cool hero, but I don't have enough spell power artifacts to justify it, but it's an interesting thing. In the Barbarian skill tree you got the perk that can lower the knight's spell power. For every 2 spell power of your own, you can decrease the enemy spell power. And if you can drop it to like 1 or so, it definitely gonna hinder all magic casters. The buffs just not gonna last. The Stone King's haste and all other spells, the knight will have to waste a lot of mana to recast those. It might still be an okay option just to lower his SP a little bit. But based on the war cries, I think we have to rush him down. I think it's our best bet in this case. This one is pretty good, but it's pretty costly. Tactics is okay, Maria, if we pick the Cyclops with the club. But I think we will pick the ones with the debuff for luck. We kinda screw if we have like Isabel and strong dark magic. The orcs are really vulnerable against frenzy and mind control. I can play more defensively, but with Garuna you're really encouraged to like push your opponent to kill those stacks to give that attack bonus. The Heron tends to have some casters that you can easily kill at the start of the battle and gain some bonus attack. He's about a new navigation perk in RTA. It gives you basically the combat will start on a ship, but on a special area, without those 2 tight passages. It's like a clear map, but with naval scenery. So yeah, a battlefield with no obstacles. Alright, at the very start I've got archery. If you would like to exchange your starting skills, you can visit this guy. Only level 1 heroes can do this. if you already received the experience, you'll receive a complete training instead, in exchange for gold. Shattered Dark is a good option if you play defensively, but I don't think we can afford it right now. With Garuna we'd like to purchase Wyverns as well. Usually you have to leave someone behind at the castle. You don't have enough gold to buy both all the store, high level, and all of your troops. Often it's Wyverns that leave behind. But right now I think I like to pick all of my troops. Alright, let's go. Battle Frenzy is a must. Pick up logistics early on. Basically for a battle cry, which gives us speed and bonus attack. He picks the leadership along the way. Right now I will take the expert Blood Rage, but I think I will exchange it later. Scouting is needed for the Swift Mind. Right now it's okay to pick defense. We don't want to rush him completely without defense. Swift Might is okay. So the leveling up goes in two phases. First we will level to level 9. At this point we can either exchange all of our skills for 6000 gold, or continue to level up to level 17. Enlightenment is pretty good on Barbarian, but I think I'll pass. Okay, we got the recruitment. Recruitment is needed for the plus speed. Defender Soul is pretty okay. With the latest update it also has a special perk. Your creatures no longer lose blood points on waiting and defending. But the plus 2 defense is pretty alright by itself. I will take the defense perk for now. I can exchange it later. Okay, so we've got level 17. On this map we got the second area. Right here we can exchange our skills, or reroll our stats, and also buy some upgrades for our primary attributes. Basically I'd like to level up my leadership to get the speed and if I could the perk that gives you bonus damage from each morale point. Not exactly what I was looking for. We can pick tactics. Tactics is alright, I guess. It's not the bonus speed, but we can use it to attack turn 1. Might or Magic I can keep. Gonna cost additional gold to drop it. Got like 2 spell power. With this perk we will make our opponent -2. So if he has like 3 spell power, he will he'll come with just one. I'll pick the necklace and the boots. I don't think I will be left with a lot of gold after I purchase all of my troops. The witch doctors are kinda cool if we rush in, but without speed they're not gonna attack turn 1. If we can't attack turn 1 with the witch doctors, we can just pick trappers and spawn these bear traps. Well, with Wyverns I'm not gonna be able to exchange any more skills. So I can either roll for +1 speed and spend some gold and be left without Wyverns, or I can just pick Wyverns. I think I will go for +1 speed. At least I try. I can buy level 18 to start with. It's gonna be easier to pick the leadership that way. Unfortunately, didn't go the leadership. Expert Blood Rage gives you bonus resistance, but we're not gonna be able to reach the 3rd Blood Rage level in this one. Yeah, kinda unlucky with the skills right here, but it happens. Probably shouldn't be mentoring skills, just pick Wyverns. But it's kinda too late. I can't purchase all of them. I've left with 15k. I might as well try to roll some more. Well, it's not the plus speed. I think I will pick expert defense and drop the blood to get a guaranteed, well, almost guaranteed speed increase. It's gonna be 50-50 if I keep defense. But yeah, I got it. We've left this 8k. I think I'll just buy some stats. You only can buy 3 upgrades. If you buy the same upgrade, it gets a little bit more expensive. So like 2 attack and 1 defense will be alright. So yeah, we're ready. Let's see what he can get. Well, we got Laslam. Lasla is a tough one to fight. The Crusaders are really tough with this guy. Elemental is gonna disappear, I think. Either it is a bug in a new version. I don't think it was present before. Well, not exactly. You got 2 heroes from the pool. Likewise, he also got 2 heroes. From the 2, you basically have to pick one to level up. The one you level up, you will be fighting with. You only level up one, except for mentoring skills, which basically you can get some bonuses if you pick mentoring skill and level up other heroes, but you have only to pick one. The other heroes will disappear as soon as we will start the fight. He's a blue player. As a blue player, you can choose the terrain to fight. Just gonna skip this turn. The battle will start automatically on the next one. Well, he's got really nice stats. There's a lot of attack and defense, a lot more than average. It might be enlightenment, but we might have troubles on the first turn. Also, I think this is a bug. The elemental shouldn't really be there. Well, things happen. It's a new test version. I hope it will be fixed sometime later. Yeah, you choose the hero before you level up, and the one you choose, you're gonna be fighting with. I can just leave the elemental there. I hope it's not gonna affect anything. But it's strange that this guy actually appears here. Probably has something to do with how I purchased all my troops at the castle, but anyways. Not the best terrain, but we'll have to do. The executioner will get 9 speed if we can. If my hero will take turn a bit earlier. I probably should have bought some more mana. 30 points isn't a whole lot of. Yeah, Pokai I didn't have enough money to buy. I opted to reroll my skills and lost some gold. And as I said earlier, in RTA you got a pretty tight budget. Things are balanced around the amount of gold you have. If you buy more levels or expensive artifacts, you won't be able to purchase all of your troops. This guy kinda gets in the way. Alright, let's check his build. It's gonna be something like that. Probably some light magic. It can be dark, can be counter-attack, can build something like that. Anyways, we start with a battle cry. But this one gonna hurt. I kinda messed up my troop arrangement. Yes, that's a pretty good first strike. But it's not too bad, because Angel doesn't have a good target. Only got Cyclops. We can just pick the knight off and rush the other guys with Cyclops. Yeah, it's an okay position. If he already came to me, I shouldn't really go anywhere and take a hit from the Angel. Well, that's an alright move. I can no longer blast through the back ranks. Yeah, the thing is, the horseman is already dead. We've got our Maulers. If we pick up the horseman with the girl, we won't be able to hit anyone with the Mauler. We either can cast haste or slow. The Griffins are a pretty good target because of their retaliation. If we can slow them down, we can pick them off with Shaman. But the thing is, he probably got haste of his own. If he gonna cast haste, there's no point in slowing them down. Just patch an Angel is fine, I guess. I can add some damage with the Cyclops. Those guys can probably come out and pick me off. Those guys are really scary. But if he will come and fight me, he will have to leave his crossbow open. If he's not gonna one-shot me, I'll be able to block his archers on the next turn. Yeah, like that. Trappers, I shouldn't really be keeping them in the backline. But Trapper right there is okay for now. But I will have to come close them. Engine is the only one who is out of the shield aura. crossbows gonna destroy the sun towers or Earth's daughters. I think he's more likely to shoot the Earth's daughters because of the griffin. Those girls are the best ones against the birds. But for now, I'll just pick off Angel, deal as much damage as I can. If I can finish him off, I'll get another attack bonus. Hopefully it's not dark. We don't have enough mana to cast Frenzy left and right. So it's either some buffs or debuffs. A new feature in RTA, you can see the unit's position on the ATB, which is a pretty cool thing. So you can actually like count whether you gonna take your turn before or after a certain creature, after you cast haste and other spells or effects that change the initiative. So like those guys are almost there. Archers are right next to them. Well, it's a dark magic and we got really lucky. Like, that's the insane amount of luck. I only got the boots for 10% and it like stream of units raised the spell. That's some insane luck and confusion. And the bad trap works. Well, off to a good start, but we still got those guys. Yeah, Prushnik confirmed. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. I'm gonna do something with the Griffins, but Indicators also. I still can't slow him down. I think he got the haste. Yeah, punching Angel is okay, I guess. Well, that's some defense. I still really need to pick off this guy and came to his archers. Those guys are my best bet, if they can actually get through. I don't enjoy staying right in front of the Griffin, but I have to leave a place for attack for my other guys. If we finish him off, probably we can keep to the archers. Ah, close, but no banana. I really wish I have a little bit more mana, but it's gonna be my last battle cry. Not in the best position. But I have to move these guys forward, or I will run out of damage soon enough. Don't really have a good position. Well, yeah, I've got some troubles. I still might be able to get to the archer, but don't think I can take on those guys. I will get some more attack out of angels and those little guys, but griffins are also a huge problem, and I already lost my Earth Daughters. He don't have enough for haste, but well, maybe the Centaurs can still do something. Yeah, it's kinda an awkward battle. I think I was talking too much and not paying enough attention while we were leveling up. I've got some chance to finish off this game, but it will free up space for peasants. I think what I'd like to do is to move forward. Shoot without penalty. Kentas doesn't have confusion, they can still retaliate a little bit. The good news is he don't have any more mana. Yeah, sure. Well, alright, that's like one strike. From the hero I can take it. That's a good blow. That's a pretty good blow. He'll retaliate for like 2 Cyclops, but it's still a shot I have to take. Well, one actually still alive. I'd like to hit the archers, but probably I should just increase my attack, gain more blood. But there's a lot of wasted damage if I want to take the archers. Also no confusion on these guys. That's a lot of weighted damage if I attack the shield guys. No morale, sadly. Those guys aren't too far on the ATB. I can punch him for like half of the turn, but it won't be enough to take a turn before Griffins. Yeah, not with the slow. Not with the slow. The Marvelous, on the other hand, yeah, those guys can take a turn before others. I won't be able to finish him off. I'll just take some damage without retaliation. A good thing the Cyclops can make another move before those guys. The bird is really concerning. Trappers are kinda helpless, but still got a lot of HP. I'll just cover up and use the Cyclops. Yeah. 5 HP. That's pretty good. Oh, but another strike. I lost all my blood, and in this version retaliation strikes hits before you do. Jeez, there's like 3 of them. Well, that hurts. Well, yeah, retaliation is really punishing. Goblins probably can take it. But this guy needs to stay here. It's a bad trade. That's a pretty bad trade. You can also pick goblins. Yeah, now that I think of it, I should have stayed there and take a few more pot shots. Quite enough. The bad thing is he gonna take the retaliation and just rip through my executioners with those guys. Well, could have been worse. Could have been a lot worse. Expected more damage from Laslam. Probably it's okay to just to debuff the Griffin. It's a fine strike and I take off the retaliation, but... yeah, not really, I can't hit this guy, I will die. I will die from retaliation. The hero will kill me. Just debuff the bird seems like the way to go. And I can't quite finish the wolf, the little guy with the shield. No retail on those guys. Feels good. Yeah, I'd like to patch him some more. Not quite enough again, sadly. Yeah, I can push defense with centaurs. Not a lot of things I can do with the Cyclops right now. I can just check up a goblin to refill some HP. 3 to 6. Is it worth it? I can really push some defense. Yeah, I do think I have enough for the swordsman. Just too many of them. And I can't even pick off the retaliation because of the first strike. That's all that I'm left with. Yeah, could have bought more mana, but I didn't think of it when it was important. Maybe I have a chance if I'll somehow finish the bird off. Probably should have punched the peasant as well, just to give some more attack. He's out of buffs. The slowdown is also off. But I don't think I can take those guys. Too many of them. I can just like try to run and pick him off just by punching him with my hero. Too many of them. Can't fight him just yet. I don't think I can fight him with the retaliation on. Those guys will be nice to finish off, but can't do it just yet. Yeah, I've got 2 turns before the swordsman to pick off the little ones and run away. And that's what I'm gonna do. С правой клетки Грифон доставал им адрес. Там мог погонять, там и так крови нету. Anyway, if I can somehow run away and just patch him for like 10 turns, I've got a chance, but he might catch me eventually, like one hit and might be over. I can trigger Emerald and take a shot if I'm lucky. Not this time. What exactly information? ATB? Yeah, it's a new feature in RTA. You can see the unit's position on the ATB bar. Basically, the 1.0 means the unit takes its turn. 1.5, it's like it's halfway there. Basically, how the initiative works in on 5. There is an ATB bar. When you reach 1, you take a turn. That's it. In the latest update, you can see where exactly the unit is positioned on the ATB. Well, he catch me. Unfortunately. Got some morale and now he gonna hit me for like 60 something. 70. That's a lot. Can take him on. I've got 2 turns, but the bird can mess me up. I think I have to wait. And again, this thing is still alive. If he gets me in the corner, I lose. I don't know where exactly he gonna run. If it's the lower corner, I'm fine. I can like try to punch him for some time. What if he hit me one more time with the swordsman? I lose. No blood on these guys, can take another hit. That's fine. I should probably take a shot and finish him off with goblins. I don't think I'll be able to one-shot him. Or maybe I can. I only got like 4 shots left. Doesn't seem like enough. Well, maybe goblins can do the thing, but it's like for all those guys. It's like I can't afford to waste damage at all. I had to finish this guy with goblin. If I can somehow hit him twice. It doesn't feel like enough. Especially after retaliation. Like 17 goblins. It's like I can try to pick off the retail and punch him, and if I get a morale, probably punch him one more time. Actually, no, I don't think so. It's like 0.6 on ATB. Kinda screwed. No morale. No morale is good. Just run away. Got like 2 shots. Привет, Джутар. Не то чтобы покоряем. Ни телеги нету. He still can catch me. Can still catch me. I like him. Just punch the tent. That's some blood. By the way. I can't run away this time. Only with centaurs. I can try to hit them. Or snatch the goblin in the corner. No, he heals him. He got enough move points. I can like take the retail and try to hit him. But probably I can just tank one more hit and continue to play in a punch game. I think I probably can tank one more shot and punch him a bit more. I've got some blood by hitting the first aid tent. We've got him down a little bit. No more shots, save them. We've got like 5 speed. I can like hit him, take a retail and run away for 5 tiles. Seems like a plan. Actually, yeah. Seems fine. I can't take the retail with the centaurs any longer. He's just gonna one-shot him. So just run away. We've got a morale of our own. Still not enough for the punch game. No blood. Just run away. If no morale, I can hit twice. That might be enough. But the retails... like, kills a lot. It's just retails. 69. Not good enough. Not good enough. Not good enough. I have to hit. And hit him twice. That's a bad trade. Defense. That was a close one. But yeah, that was pretty close. The new retail seems really strong. A lot better than it was earlier. Let's try the triple pick. Alright, the triple pick is a new pick mode in 2.2. If I understand it correctly, we have a shared pool of 8. We're gonna both remove a faction, then we're gonna pick the factions for our 2 matchups. Okay, I don't think I've got it correctly myself, so a random one was removed after I picked one. Yeah, so it was kinda like that, you pick one for yourself, then a random one from your pool is removed. And after forming 2 pairs, we're gonna like swap our pools. So okay, now I'm, for example, picking. Let's go with Necropolis. Oh, I probably got it wrong. It seems like just continue to pick for ourselves, and each time a random one gets removed. I guess. Yeah, let's go with the first one. Well, you can see a new hero, Ghost. It's actually a playable hero now. In this version of the map, his special ability is basically he turns his druids into tier 6 spellcasters, increasing their spell power. He left me the lower set. Krag is pretty good. He got Krag in both sets. Garuna is the second, like, scariest hero. Hagesh is really strong. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting one. You can, like, go nuts with lightning and spikes. Aileron is also an interesting one. Basically, each time he casts a light spell, a random enemy gets hit with a Divine Vengeance. So the more you kill, the harder it gonna hit you. It also duplicates for each white unicorn he had on the battlefield. If like you have a split stack of 3 unicorns, it's gonna hit like 4 times. But it's pretty risky, like, to comprise your army of just the unicorns. Often, if it's Aileron, it's like 2 horses. It's not hitting that hard. It's an interesting one, but I don't think he's an OP. Partly because the random nature of the Divine Vengeance, it like just can proc on units that heal like 1 or 2 of your creatures. If you're fighting demons, it's basically useless. Demon has a lot of reinforcements from the gates. They'll pick some of your units, become viable targets, so it got spread out. I'll remove the lower one because of Hagesh and Garuna. Alright, we've got Derail and Faiden. I believe Faiden got a new ability in this version. Okay, here's my bet. I don't think it's the correct specialization for this version. It was that his shooters at the start of a combat just take a pot shot at the strongest enemy unit, but right now I think his shooters decrease attack of the ones they hit. That's something I have to fix. So basically, by the end ability, he decreases attack with his shots. I think it's 2 attack per shot. In the original campaign, I think it was the weakest one. At some point there was a cheese where you can just split like 1 goblin or 1 tier 1 creature, put it in the rightmost slot, and all of his archers will just shoot the poor 1 creature. Derail can be pretty good against the orcs. You can ramp up a lot of spell power. The ballista is pretty strong on Derail if you can get it, but it's 2%. It's really hard to rely on. If you like start to level up and you got the machines, then yeah, should go for it. The ballista is pretty strong. I think in the skill wheel it's not up to date and it requires catapult right now. Yeah, in this version you can't get a magic ballista with triple shot. It's still pretty strong, and the catapult gives you an ability to repair a vehicle once per combat. So if like your ballista gets destroyed, on the next turn it will be repaired, and the amount of health depends on the hero level. But yeah, even without Ballista you still can go nuts just with Empathy. As the repair happens automatically after hero takes his turn. Like you've got your vehicle destroyed, it's your turn, and on the turn of your hero the vehicle will be repaired. It's like 1000 HP at the 20th level. It's nice, but it's not always that helpful. Like if you got your ballista, probably you're gonna lose another one. It's still gonna take a full turn to take another shot with the ballista, and if your enemy already like managed to deal with it, often he can just easily destroy another one. But it's not always the case. It depends. The only other one summoning spell we got is Blade Barrier, which is not great, but we've also got Tom of Summoning Magic. It's pretty inexpensive, but with this thing we can conjure ourselves a Phoenix. We also got nice spam and some knowledge. Scroll is alright. Yeah, you can try a build with Summoning Tome. The fire traps are also pretty good, if you can manage it. We'll need a lot more knowledge. Like defense, empathy will be good, but in this case, like we can split up a lot of fairies. We'll be spending a lot of gold, so our final army would be pretty shallow. It's like trees, some fairies and druids, and that's it. Empathy is still alright, if we can get the alternative. Hi, sneaky. Yes, this one is also alright. If combined with Empathy, that's a lot of levels. I might forgo the fire elementals. They're pretty slow against Barbarian. But the Tome in the store is really an interesting option. I'd like to try it. Should I just drop the Conjuration so it wouldn't hinder my build? I can take it a bit later. Yeah, I'll see if I drop Master of Conjuration. I can pick it up a bit later in the build. Yeah, summoning seems like the way to go. the light magic is not that impressive against Barbarian, so yeah, let's go. Yeah, I forgot about that thing. I might have to take it at some point just so it wouldn't hinder me so much. Enlightenment we absolutely need. Exorcism for now I will take. I will drop it later. Yeah, some battles take literally hours. Especially some tournament games. Graduate is basically spell power as long as our druids is alive. Because maximum boost is kept by our knowledge. So the more knowledge we have, the more we can gain from the channeling. I'm still looking for leadership or the other thing. In units, there are a lot of small changes in stats, in cost, in some abilities. I believe the white Unicurse no longer copies the opponent's spells. It was really strong. The Dryads no longer push as hard as they do in original with the Wasp's form. If you have like little stacks of like 1, 2, 3, 10, it's not gonna push the enemies too far away with the Wasp's form. Yeah, I'm at level 9, the stats are pretty good. Defense and knowledge, that's what we need. I will take leadership, I guess. We still need the defense. Plus the defense, I had to skip diplomacy. But I probably go for a high level, like 22 or something. And I'm definitely gonna get all of those. Some connection issues, I suppose. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. The starting one is pretty good. Helm of Chaos, plus 3 knowledge, just what we need. I'd like to take a Curious as well, but I might be left with no gold at all. But it would be nice. I will go for the level 20 at the very least. In this case. Yeah, I'm afraid the change log, the full one, is not up to date. I'm still working on it. We got sorcery. But sorcery is good for the stuff like Phoenix and Fire Traps. Maybe I can drop leadership. And I've already got this one. Sorcery is really tempting. But I think the empathy is the way to go. And if I take a new base skill, I won't be able to pick up diplomacy. I'll take endurance for now. The exorcism I will still keep until I have the empathy. I'm going for a really high level in this case. Or at least I've got the diplomacy. Maybe 21 is enough. Привет, Зектор, да. Yeah, I can drop exorcism and it will be 50-50. Level 22 is tempting, but I'm already really high up on the cost. Yeah, it's fine. I can still like take level 22 just for defense. It might be worth it. Or take this stuff. It's actually cheaper and gives defense. Yeah, the torso is more worth it than another level. Alright, druids is a must. Fairies, they're not too important. We need the trees to live. That's it. And some archers to take a first shot. Yes, that's basically it. I can take more knowledge or defense. Yeah, an upgraded blade dancers is also an option. They are really cheap. They are like dirt cheap, like 5,000 per stack. All seems alright. I've already got like a lot of spell power and knowledge. With the summoning tomb we can do some nasty stuff. We just need to live long enough. This guy can destroy us. This guy can punch through the wood like it's nothing. So let's hope it's not Krag. Yeah, those guys are dirt cheap. Sometimes you buy the unupgraded ones just because of money constraints. It's still HP pool. Yeah, that's it. As the scene one, we also can pick up our favorite enemies before entering the arena. Don't even need to fight them. Usually it's those guys. I'd like to target the most with the Wasp Swarm, Air of Brush. But we also got Keegan. In this version he's like a full-fledged goblin specialist. Giving him attack and defense like the other specialists. Yeah, I think it's still will be these three. Okay, we're ready. Now, if we are the blue player, we can choose a terrain. Got a good sorcery equivalent for barbarians. He might also have a lot of mana, so he can like deal a lot of damage just with anger. The Horde's anger is a damage in Warcry. Usually it's coupled up also with empathy. The recruitment in RTA, this perk, it gives you more troops of the lower levels, and the Warcry that deals damage, it depends on the amount of troops you have. So basically, yeah, it's like it's gonna be something like that. Defense on Gotai is probably like the third blood and something else. Yeah, tough guy, but pretty defensive, and it's more favorable for us to see the defensive work. Hell of a lot better than Krag. But we'll see. Yeah, not an infinite mana. He might still have the discount from the sorcery. To morale, it's probably just them without recruitment. Do I want to split my druids? It's like it's better for me to keep them in one stack because I've got just so much knowledge. Just the 24 druids wouldn't give me all of its bonus. But the barbarian, he can like shut my druids down just with Warcry. I don't have the pack to survive on 1 HP, sadly. Only 7 attack. Well, yeah, but he got a lot of defense. It's like that sword that gives you defense for evil fractions. So it's like 8 and 12. It might be more wise just to pack up druids and cover him up like that. But he's gonna shout at druids, that's for certain. That means I've got some time to shoot. That's also some damage. I'm not totally helpless, the archers are great even without a lot of offense. Yeah, sometimes you see orcs with little attack and a lot of spell power, but that's pretty rare. Yeah, he doesn't have attack. So goblins basically deal no damage. He looks pretty screwed to me. Like, he doesn't have enough mana for all of us. That's 5 war cries without the discount, but he probably got one, so it's like 6 plus some frightening things. I might manage to kill this thing on my second ATB just by damaging it with the wasps. But I might not need to, because they are my favorite enemies. I will have an arrow barrage. The druids are really convenient to take their turn before the hero. I actually got a necklace. In this version the initiative is 90. By the way, all initiative in RTA is multiplied by 10, so you can see the fractions. No influence on the gameplay. In the original game the fractions of initiative still apply, but here you can see it. And yes, thanks to my necklace the druids have 99, so they got a higher chance of acting before the hero. And the starting random position was slightly adjusted. It was like 0.25 of the ATB, so units can like start their turn already quarter of a turn forward. In this version it's like 15%. Yeah, I can take it with an arrow barrage. Just damage the Cyclops. It doesn't matter too much. I probably want to push the Centaur a little bit further so he can't like shoot and trigger morale and punch him with the chieftain and shoot again. So this way he can't shoot twice. Is the ability. Yeah, that's a haste. I will take another push. The blade dancers are foddered. They're just to occupy the tile. But we trigger an empathy, so yeah. It's alright, we can like shoot with 10 SP, like pick off those 4 shamans and conjure Phoenix after we actually receive our channeling. Alright, some of those guys actually survived. This one I can take down with just the wasps, but probably it's okay. Yeah, I've got a pretty lucky setup. Yeah, I still wish those things to die. I've already got mass endurance, but yeah. Well, it still was a hopeless match, but I'd like to conjure my Phoenix. That was 15k for Summon and Tome. Oh well. Yeah, let's show off another peak mode. It's the fastest one, it's a matchup pickup. Basically, all of the pairs are all deformed. You just have to remove the unwanted ones until you got to. Yeah, not always. Sometimes yeah, it's obvious from the start. But in the last match I've got like insane artifact store. It's rare to see something like that. Yeah, so in this mod we just remove the matches until we've got only 2 left. The last one will be chosen randomly. Maybe I'll get to play some academies this time. Oh well. Okay, demons versus the necromancer. In RTA, the necromancy skill actually is a viable option. It allows you to rise more troops prior to the battle. So you can choose like 2 additional units in a decent quantity to rise up. And with this new necromancy, Barkel also has a new specialty. While all the necromancers can rise 2 creatures prior to the battle, the Barkel can choose 3 units. Alright, so let's see, we also got Nikolai. In RTA, Nikolai can resurrect Death Knights with necromancy, which is pretty sweet, but it's kinda cheesy strat. The Death Knights retain the ability to like kill half of the enemy creatures in a stack, but it's like 25% chance and it's pretty cheesy. You don't get a lot of them and they die pretty fast. But sometimes, yeah, it's a fine strat. Errantier can summon his beast. It's slightly adjusted with its abilities. Yeah, earlier I said that the maximum level is 23, but there is one perk in the logistics tree that allows you to increase your hero level by 6. So you've got all the stats bonuses, not the stat bonuses, the bonuses from your specialty without increase to your primary attributes. So yeah, that's one way to reach level 28. These knights are only available for Nikolai, and they replace dragons in the necromancy screen. Yeah, so yeah, you have the spec to gain 6 levels, but you don't receive the attribute increases. So like if you are some awesome guy, by picking the +6 levels, your zombies will have +3/+3. but yeah, it's basically it. The Iron Tier, yeah, receives a deadly strike on his summoned avatar. Grok, I don't remember whether this ability was in the original, but Grok can shift an ATB at the start of the battle. It sounds complicated, but basically you choose a unit and the one you choose, his turn will come faster. Get a little boost for it. And Ornella just increases the initiative of all creatures by 10, which is basically +1 in the original numbers. I'll remove the lower set. Caspard is pretty good in this version. His Plague Tent is seen to deal with. It gains more health, and the Plague Tent perk in Vehicle 3 allows you to cast Decay with your first aid tent. So if you target an enemy with your tent and kill at least one creature, if it's not an undead, you will also cast a Decay on it. Alright, so we got Grok and Orlando. I can show off Grok, but I think Orlando is slightly better. But yeah, why not? I can show off Grok. It's just it's not the best opponent for Grok. Usually you take Grok when you're fighting against some elves or humans. You just target your mind controlling succubi and yeah, they will move a lot earlier, then can mind control enemy units before they take a turn. Usually the issue with succubi is they're pretty slow. Not the best initiative in the game, they come pretty late in a turn. Usually they only left with some equally slow units. With Grok you can boost them up a little bit. Or push down some key enemy units. You can also target an enemy. The problem with Necromancer, frankly, he doesn't care. The Necromancer just doesn't care. When fighting against Necromancers, you can expect a lot of zombies. The ghosts are pretty tanky, especially if your opponent has a summoning and cast a shield on it, which absorbs like 50% of the damage. But I think we've got vulnerability, aka the Death Ray, so we can melt his defense. It's one of the strongest spells to have against Necromancers, because they tend to have a lot of defense, both from primary points and from endurance. Necromancers almost always pick the Stone Skin for +8 defense. So they basically have very healthy units, and the more defense you have on them, the more nasty things you can like do with your hero while they're still alive. There's also like two main archetypes of the Necromancer. You either buy a lot of troops and fight with them, or you buy the tankiest ones and just hold. In RTA you have to solve like two main problems: how to deal damage and how to live long enough to deal the damage. And you not always dealing damage with your troops. Necromancer can like deal all the damage alone. He just needs his zombies to live, like to stand in the corner to tank all the damage, while he will rape you with the decay, with some summoning spells. Yeah, you don't have a magic guild, those are spells you are given. You only have to learn the basic level school to learn all of them, but your mastery affects the spell, the overall strength of the spell. So if you have only like basic dark magic, yeah, you will get the puppet master, but if it will suck, it will be really weak. It will slow down the units you control to a halt, and it likely won't hold for that long. From the dark magic, yeah, we will need the vulnerability and suffering. Suffering is okay to basically decrease enemy's attack. Yeah, you don't see people like casting Puppet Master with basic dark. If you go for mind control, you have no reason to not take the expert dark magic. You still can, like one trick, if you have vampirism. Vampirism is a good counter to Puppet Master and Frenzy. You can learn vampirism with basic dark magic and use it just as a counter. It will last for a quarter of a turn, but it's enough to like dispel for Frenzy or mind control or some other stuff, decay also. I don't have slow. Yeah, I'm gonna pick Orlando. Orlando just increases the initiative of all troops. It's like... oh, my bad. That's a missing text. I'll add it to the notes and it will be fixed for the next version. But yeah, he increases the initiative by a little bit. It's like 6% at level 20. So yeah. And he starts with Enlightenment, which is pretty alright. We could use the mana to cast our vulnerability spell. We'll need a lot of mana for it. So let's see our build. Like the fire is alright, but it wastes your mana a lot. I need those things. Haste is pretty alright. And some defense. Stone Skin. That's like level 18. Magic Insight. If you got some starting spells, you can exchange spells between your heroes. Not all of the heroes start with spells already. And also you can learn spells from your opponent. The Insight. Oh yeah, you can learn the spells of the first circle without having any school mastery. For example, you can take Magic Insight and learn Vampirism without dark magic. It's still useful, and also you need it to pick Distract. Distract is a very strong option in some caster matchups, like Academy versus Dungeon, Necropolis versus Dungeon. Yeah, I'll stick with Orlando, but I don't think I need the Hellfire on hit for now. We also offered light. That's cool, but we don't have any good light spells this time. Sometimes you get an additional line of spells, so yeah, 25% of the time you have a full line of light spells for Demon. But yeah, we already got vulnerability. Just gonna shred his armor. He doesn't do it too well by the sounds of it. Yeah, alright, basically all we need is dark magic, defense and offense. The core stuff. Still looking for my Death Ray. Not the best one. Maybe I can use the logistics. Logistics is not useful in RTA. It gives you some gold in the form of discount. So for basic logistics, you've got refunds for level ups. So up to 4,500 at the expert level. So yeah, by logistics you can save up some gold. Yeah, if you take the perk and drop it at the mentor, you won't be level 28. It works prior to the battle. All of the things you can drop, it's already fixed. At some point there were some abuses, but I think there are... I can't remember if we have any abuses left. It was logistics at some point. So you can take the gold and drop logistics. There also was a mechanics where you lose some gold if you exchange logistics, but you can... this way you could got negative gold. So you basically can only save some money if you exchange the logistics as a final perk. And yeah, and have some negative gold. But I can show some the navigation, for example. Yeah, let's show navigation. It's a pretty nice looking battlefield. I don't think I take the advanced one. Okay, that's an attack, that's a vitality. We've got our stone skin, battle frenzy, all good. Except for the Death Ray. Yeah, that's a pretty small abuse, but you can save up like 1,500. It's no longer the case, because it's no longer, it gives you gold, it gives you discount for leveling up. Master of Courses, yes, I also need, but I need my vulnerability. Not too good so far. Okay, I've got it. All good. If I can catch the mass suffering, it will be even better. Only got 4 minutes here. Talked a lot. It looks like I'm not getting the haste, but that's alright, I can live without it. Hellfire, like we've had a lot of spell power. Usually it likes 3 to 4, but we've got 7. I can keep the Hellfire in this case. Buy this stuff. And the tarot deck. Fireball plus stand your ground back. I think it was fixed. Red Heron here can confirm if it's the case. I think it was fixed at some point. Yeah, let's take the luck. Oh no, it's not the case. No, it hasn't been fixed, it's still around. It's not a bug, it's a feature, yeah. Oh well. We can keep up the stick just for the Hellfire. Not a lot of time left. I'll pick the Black Midgets to soak up his mana. The Pit Lords are pretty good with those guys. Some doggies. I'll pass on the big guys. Still got 9,000 left. I don't need stand your ground. It's close to useless. I can roll for the haste. If I drop the defense, it will be a guarantee. But I don't wanna drop the Hellfire. Only got 1 minute left. The level is 950. Not quite enough. Only if I sell this one and pick a level and do a reroll. I can trade the defense for mass haste. It's probably alright. I can like get one there and the armor card, the tent. Got some money left. Yeah, it took me a lot of time. Looks pretty alright to me. I'd say we're good. Now the Necromancer will be here shortly. Right now he's choosing the troops to race with the Necromancer skill. It's Nadir. Looks pretty strange. Seems more like a fighter. Yeah, he's gonna shoot at me. The Banshees are kinda confusing, but it might work for him. Alright. But we're gonna see the new battlefield. Directly as a fix Abu Zarat. I see he's also takes the leadership with the Necromancer. There is a perk at the leadership tree. Basically, it decreases your opponent's morale for every point in leadership. It doesn't work on the artifacts, but with expert leadership you can decrease the morale by 3 for your opponent. Only for Necromancer. Well, I'm gonna split up my Pit Lords. The navigation really is not doing us any favors. looks like he's eager to fight. I think at close range. Ah, that's okay. Doesn't have a lot of a spell power. He's pretty low on knowledge. Looks like he's just gonna fight with me in melee. Pretty bad I didn't go to Suffering. Would have helped a lot against this guy. Yeah, we've also got a new Masoro spell in the last update. We might just be able to see it if he got one. I'd like to leave up space for those guys to gate. But it's like 50 mana, it's really... It's not enough, really not enough. Maybe I don't even need to gate and just suck up some mana and leave him dry. Okay, Archery and Battle Frenzy is pretty scary on skeletons. A lot of those guys. No defense, huh? It looks like he got kinda unlucky with his build. But we've got a lot of negative morale. I don't think we need to gate forward. Near the Banshee. We're pretty closely grouped together, it's not a very good thing. Zombies are unupgraded ones. If I won't open a gate, he just shoot them off. I don't have the evasion, so yeah, his archers will hit like a truck. And here's the negative morale. Those guys will hit pretty hard, and also will lose my ammo card. But there's nothing I can do about that right now. Yeah, that's a half of them. Yeah, still darkness. Sweet. I wish I would buy that spell scroll, the one that gives you 30 mana. But alright, we'll start with the defense. I need to hit that guy. It seems like a suicide, but I really need to hit that guy. Yeah, we're gonna suck our horses. A lucky strike, just with 1 point of luck. like, but the way is not a double damage anymore. It's like plus 50%. Well, confusion is pretty bad. Don't have a vampirism, unfortunately. Got some bad morale. I can either open a gate and play slow, or I can try to pick off the leeches as fast as I can and try to shoot the skeletons up with my doggies if they live long enough. Yeah, Fireball is alright. But opening the gate is also pretty good. I might just need to deal with the leeches. I need to remove those guys as fast as I can, just to get to the archers. And also, my summoned units will have -5 morale. Knife kind of damage is a lot with no retaliation, but it still lives. And we are done with the leeches. Don't have a lot of mana for vulnerability, but those are the guys I need to work on. Блин, да, адрес на ускорим. Забыл совсем про него. I kinda need to take out those guys, because they will drain all of my mana. I just need to remove those ghosts. The Hellfire is cool, but it's pretty costly. With 9 spell power it deals an okay damage, but yeah, I wish I had more mana. Okay, let's get some haste. Well, you gotta slow down. It's his last one, but it will work for the time being. There's a lot of damage. Well, no more mana. Let's camp the vampires. Yeah, let's try to punch those guys. Should I like raise those two? Or just the Banshee? I think I'd like to raise those two. I can block the ghosts with the little ones. Can take a turn with red demons. Fortunately. It's like my last spell. I really wish I would hit ghosts, but not quite enough. I don't think I will get a better one than this one. Maybe I will. But no, he's not gonna let me. Oh, by the way, yeah, my bad. I should have just cast haste after the slowdown. Totally forgot about that. Already pretty late. Yeah, that was pretty dumb. Well, we still got some more gating. But it's not... I don't think it's beneficial right now. I think we just need to raise the goats. Just more targets for him to drain mana. Yeah, -9 braille, -5 lag. It caps at 5, so it's still only 50%. But still, can't like take it on with those guys. He got -1 speed, probably from the ring. +2/+2, something like that. Какое снятие младреца? Я не брал свет, расслабься. Да его потом, по-моему, не было. Yeah, only got 12 mana left, and if I keep it like that, it's gonna be wasted on the Hellfire. I really wish I had more mana. Don't know if the stone skill is worth it. I still got like 6.5 turns for endurance, 4.5 for confusion. Single target vulnerability problem on the vampires. Or suffering. Maybe suffering is okay for vampires. This is gonna slow him down on the healing side. It seems alright. He will take a turn before I do, so I have to burn all my mana on a meteor. Actually, not quite. Because this one gonna appear and he will drain mana from that stack. So yeah, I just toss one fireball and probably I have a chance to toss another one later. Miss, unfortunately. Would have been a nice damage. Yeah, that's pretty bad. The morale might kill me. I'd like to take off retaliation and hope that my demons would actually take their turn. It's like the best bet I have right now. Won't be able to defend those ones. Yeah, and those guys. Pretty annoying. I think he's gonna win this one. The Seal of Darkness surprisingly did the scene, and I should have bought the scroll for 1 mana. Nope. Can't do much. Might as well go melee. I won't be able to stand here for another 3.5 turns. There's a lot of those little ghosts popping out. And yeah. Negative morale. Yeah, I think I'm screwed. The morale hit me pretty hard. Would have been a nice hit, but I still got vampires to deal with. Yeah, I can take those benches. Well, maybe benches I can take, but not all of them. He's like cleared up all of my stuff out there, and he can still shoot. Well, at least I showed up the new ships. The navigation is alright if you're Russian, like you have a lot of big units. For orcs, for Sylvan, sometimes it's okay to pick navigation. For demons also, it's more true when you fight in dungeon, but sometimes dungeon also doesn't just stand in the corner, it just rushes right in your face. Okay, can take those guys. The confusion hits me pretty hard. If if I were able to take some shots, it might have turned out somewhat different, but yeah, he got the right spells. Any other battlefield, yeah, it can also be clear, but it's random. It's believed that lava and necropolis swamps on average have more obstacles, but it's pretty random. Like the snow one believed to be the most clear one, but you can get a bad snow too. Like there's a lot of stones. Yeah, let's see how much damage he'll deal. A lot of it. Well, pretty nice. He played around with leadership and it paid off. Now that I think of it, it's an okay strat to keep your mana low, just to regain it from the Necromancer's Mark. When you're fighting demons, you are likely to lose all of your mana anyway, so yeah, you can just regain it later if you can hold your ground for long enough. Right here it's a loss, but I let him take another shot. Ah, nice. GG. Well, it was quite alright. Yeah, alright, I give up. Well, I think that's all for today. Thanks everyone for tuning up. Hope I didn't sound too awkward. Still working on it. Actually, my first time trying English commentary. I know it wasn't the best, but I'm still working on it. Might have another stream this week, if I've had some time. But otherwise, well, see you all in the tournament. I hope at least I helped it to some extent. I'm planning to do a proper tutorial at some point, like a properly prepared one, some footage. Maybe it will be around for the next weekend. But for now, yeah, thanks everyone and bye bye.